There's a difference between those who dream of becoming a footballer and those who, from a very young age, decide to become a legend. Welcome to Mindset Vincente. Today, I'm not just going to tell you the story of a gifted athlete, but the story of a man who turned his entire existence into a blueprint for sporting immortality, Kylian Mbappé. From the streets of Bondy to the roof of the world, every sprint, every goal, and every choice Kylian has made has been driven by a fierce determination. If you want to discover how a winner's mindset is built, stay with me until the very end. But before we begin, if you want to feed your mindset every day, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like to support our work. Are you ready? Let's begin. Kylian was born on December 20th, 1998, the very year France won its first World Cup. It felt as though destiny had already assigned him a role. He grew up in Bondy, in the 93rd department, a tough suburb of Paris, where football is often the only way out. But Kylian was not like other children. His father Wilfried, a coach, and his mother Faiza, a former handball champion, taught him early on that talent without discipline is nothing but wasted potential. While his friends were out playing, he was studying videos of Cristiano Ronaldo. His bedroom wasn't just a place to sleep, it was a sanctuary dedicated to Real Madrid. Even at 12 years old, when he visited the Spanish Giants training ground at the invitation of Zinedine Zidane, Kylian didn't feel like a guest. He felt like a future owner of that pitch. The leap into professional football happened at AS Monaco. Here, Kylian bypassed the usual steps at a speed that terrified veterans. In 2015, at only 16 years and 347 days old, he broke Thierry Henry's record as the youngest debutant in the club's history. But it was the 2016-2017 season that changed everything. A teenager with the number 29 on his back dragged Monaco to a League One title and into the Champions League semi-finals, knocking out giants like Manchester City. The world watched and saw an alien, but he remained unfazed. When asked about his age, he responded with a phrase that would become his trademark. "Don't talk to me about age, talk to me about football." His mindset was clear. If you're good enough, you're old enough. In 2017, Paris Saint-Germain spent €180 million to bring him home. It was the heaviest pressure a teenager could endure, but Kylian used it as fuel. He became the highest goal scorer in the club's history, surpassing legends like Edinson Cavani and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. However, his true coronation came in the summer of 2018. In Russia, at just 19, Kylian tore through Argentina with a 38K mile-h sprint and scored in the final against Croatia. He became the second teenager after Pelé to score in a World Cup final. In that moment, the world realized the heir to the throne had arrived. Despite the successes, Kylian never stopped. Even after the heartbreak of Euro 2020 and his missed penalty against Switzerland, his response was work. He came back stronger, won the Nations League in 2021, and prepared for a 2022 that would see him enter the history books forever. We must talk about Doha, December 2022, the World Cup final against Argentina. France was listless, dominated for 80 minutes. Then, in just 90 seconds, Mbappé decided it couldn't end that way. He scored a lightning-fast brace, took the game to extra time, and scored again. A hat trick in a World Cup final, a feat not seen since 1966. Despite the defeat on penalties, Kylian left the pitch as the absolute leader of world football. He became the captain of the French national team at 24, succeeding Hugo Lloris. His management of power at PSG and his choice to stay true to his European ambition proved that Kylian isn't just chasing money, he is chasing eternal glory. July 2024 marked the closing of the circle. Kylian Mbappé was presented at the Santiago Bernabéu in front of 80,000 people. It was the moment he had dreamed of for 15 years. It wasn't an arrival, it was a new beginning. Today, in 2026, we see him dominating La Liga and the Champions League. With his clinical finishing and devastating impact on the game, Kylian has proven he can adapt to the most demanding club in the world. He has already added more silverware to his cabinet, but his hunger remains untouched. He is on the verge of becoming France's all-time leading scorer, chasing down every record in his path. Every match is a hunt, every training session a step toward the next Ballon d'Or. What can we learn from the story of Kylian Mbappé? First, visualization. He saw himself at Real Madrid while he was still playing on suburban pitches. Second, resilience. He didn't let crushing defeats break him. He used them to evolve. Third, obsession. For Kylian, good enough doesn't exist. There is always another goal, another trophy, another record. Kylian Mbappé teaches us that success is not an event. It is a constant process of refinement. It doesn't matter where you come from. What matters is where you have decided to go. If this story inspired you to give your best toward your goals, show me. Subscribe right now to Mindset Vincente and leave a like on the video. Comment below with the word ambition if you made it to the end, and tell me who you want to see in the next episode. Thank you for following me. Become the best version of yourself. I'll see you in the next video.